Well, it is time for that June market update. And so this is the data from May. And May is a month where we find a lot of people are going out of town, graduation. So I didn't expect May to be much different than April. And I was kind of correct. So there was 243 active listings, which is up 42% from 1 year ago. And that's what you're hearing on the news so much. You're hearing that we have more inventory than we've had in years, and 100% true. But while inventory has come up to these record numbers, if you look in the last 5, 6 years, we're not seeing record numbers of buyers. And that is where you see the real kind of shift. So we're up active listings 42% year over year and up 6% from last month. Then if we look at that median listing price, so this is the price that people put on their house when it first goes on the market. Kind of the average of that is $399. No big surprise right there. We know that is kind of the average sales price, listing price in our county. So listing price, when we see the sales price, that's where it's going to get interesting. So $399 is the listing price. Houses in May moved faster than last May, from 41 days to 35 days. Now, this is the time frame from when your house is listed for sale until it goes under contract. That's why a lot of times when I meet with you, I'm going to tell you it's taking about 30 to 45 days to sell your house if you're in that median listing price. So if you're around that 400 mark, that's 30 to 45 days. If you're less than that, it can go a little bit faster depending on how far you are from that 399 mark. If you're above that 399, then it's going to go up based on how far you are. But the closer you are to that 399, that's where it's 30 to 45 days. The sales price. Mm, mm. The sales price has continued to go down. So if we look at last year, the median sales price was 390. Then last month it was 360. And this month it's 349 500. Now, why does that matter? Well, remember the average, the median listing price was 399, but the average sales price was 349. And that's why maybe you saw the video where I talked about when we're pricing your house, we can't just look at what's listed for sale. We really have to pay attention to what actually has closed in the last, I said 18 days. Like we need real-time data because we just don't have a big enough buyer pool to go back 60 days or 90 days. So that's why it's just a little bit tougher if you're a seller right now because you're seeing these houses are for sale, but they're not selling. So we've got to get that part just right. Units are up from last year, but very, very similar to what we've seen. Now, that's why we're saying our buyer pool hasn't changed. Because if our units are similar, right in those 70s range, not quite getting to 80, but our inventory's at 42%, that makes a difference, a huge difference. Now, there's a lot of talk about interest rates, like Fannie, Freddie Mac, all those government entities came out today and said they think interest rates will be at 6.1 by the end of the year. Do I believe them? I don't know, y'all. I mean, I'm going to be honest. An expert comes out every day with some kind of real estate projection. Here's what I can tell you. I don't think we're going to see any big shift in interest rates, even where they're at now at 6.8, 6.7, going to 6.1, that would make a difference, but not the kind of difference that we need for 42% more listings. What's going to make a difference if you really want to sell your house is two things. First, you control both of these. First, how the house looks. Has it been cleaned? Do you need a professional cleaner? We've got some great people who do a great job. Do you want to take a time and do a deep clean yourself? Do you want to do a little bit of landscaping? Take care of the wood rot? All those kind of things when buyers are comparing your house from one house to another, because there's multiple houses in almost every price point. Those things matter. The second thing is price. This is not the time where we're going to try to be just getting the most we can for the house. If you really need to sell or want to sell, you can try that if you've got some time, but you can't try it and be in your new house in the next 90 days, because the days on market, first of all, let's say you're in that $700,000 price range, it's already running 60 to 90 days. So if you're priced too high, it can be way longer than you want to wait. So pricing matters, conditions matters, and then my side is the marketing. Eyes on your house matter. Getting enough people to see your house. Can we show them different views of your house? So maybe they don't like this part of your house, but they love this part, so they'll come take a look at it. That's what we're trying to do with all the videos and the marketing. Open houses are still important because we don't always have a ton of people come, but they kind of get pushed up in the searches, and we like that. So just a little market update. Let me know your thoughts.